How's it going, Monsignor?
It's going very well, going very well.
Good.
This week I had a meeting with the Building and Grounds Committee. And first of all, I want to say that they're a wonderful group of parishioners committed to the care and the maintenance of our facilities. And we're very blessed here at the Co-Cathedral to have such beautiful facilities. When people come for meetings, and of course our faithful when they gather are always impressed with the buildings that have been built by the faithful to accommodate the body of Christ. But you have to take care of them. And one of our big concerns is our parking lot. I'm sure that many of you know that we have potholes so big we've lost a few children in them. And
We found them, it's fine.
We found them, but and we have one pothole that looks more like a jacuzzi.
There's a cone that's like half buried. Like we put the cone in there.
When it rains, you lose the cone. So anyway, we've been looking at ways on how to maybe do a total repavement, or at this time maybe just do major patching, and especially the care of the of our handicap parking, which is by law we need to outline and make sure is visible. So that's kind of on the burner, the front burner. One of the back burner issues is the continuation of renovating our parish center. And these are not small ticket items. These are major efforts and price tags. So we're being very economical, and yet realizing we've got to do this work. And so we're planning it. And I'm very grateful to the Building and Grounds Committee for their hard work in shepherding us through this project.
So what's the timeline then for the parking lot being repaired?
Well, a lot of that has to, hopefully, if we go with a major patching job for now, before we do it, because when we're looking at repaving the entire parking lot, including milling, the ground before you repave, you're looking at anywhere from $400,000 to $550,000. And so maybe a repatching might get us maybe a year or two before we do that. So hopefully in late summer, early fall.
Oh, okay. And all the parking spots will be
Not all the
painted,
parking, but the handicap.
Great.
Because
that's hard to see.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. And our cohort, which again is Cohort 12, it's our parish, St. Rosalima, St. Thomas More, and St. Joe's in Millstone. We are a cooperative, collaborative model of ministry. So we've been working together. I understand that we are working on a collaborative Cohort Alpha.
Yes. We are beginning the planning of a cohort-wide Alpha session. It will be hosted at St. Joe's in Millstone. And right now we're just in the preliminary planning process, but we're very excited because we're into our second session here, and we've had people from other parishes attend, which we're very excited about, and please, we're only up to I think the 4th or 5th week, so there is that possibility. You can still come on Tuesday morning if you want to try and experience Alpha, but this would be in the evening, and I believe we're looking at Wednesday. I'll have to double check that. But you'll be hearing more of it in our own communication of an evening, of a cohort-wide Alpha.
And the two Alpha programs that we've done here so far are changing lives. We're getting all kinds of stories about how people's faith is being deepened, they're feeling like they're really meeting Christ and really getting to know members of the community, which has been quite the blessing.
I think the one thing that impressed me with Alpha, because although Alpha began within the Anglican Communion in England, we are using what they call Alpha, the Catholic style, or with a Catholic twist. But what really impressed me was when the Cardinal Archbishop of Vienna, who was interviewed in one of the training sessions, says, Alpha introduces you to Jesus. And I think all of us, even those who practice the faith very much and take our faith serious, we all need to be reintroduced to Jesus. Because remember what our Holy Father Benedict XVI said, Christianity is not a philosophy, and it's not a moral code. It's a relationship with Jesus. And if you have that relationship, then everything else makes sense.
And on that note, we have a process here called the RCIA, which is the Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults, which if you're looking to be introduced to Jesus, or if you have already kind of met him a little bit, but would like to know more, the Rite of Christian Initiation of Adults is a process for people who would like to become Catholic if they aren't already, or people who have been baptized but never received the rest of their sacraments. And so this coming Tuesday night, the 17th, from 7 to 8 p.m. in room 100, which is in the parish center where the offices are, we will be having an informal inquiry session, and they will be Tuesdays indefinitely, so that you can come anytime to just ask questions, to find out what we teach, what we believe, what we live, and meet some people who are living it. It's a really wonderful process, and you can ask any question you want. Nothing is off limits, and it's a great opportunity to just kind of get your feet wet if you've been thinking about it. If you're married to a Catholic but aren't Catholic yourself and just kind of, want to find out a little bit more about what your spouse believes, you can do that too. There's no commitment if you come to inquiry to become Catholic. You can really just come and hang out as long as you want. Many weeks, you can come for years and nobody will make you be Catholic. But it is the introduction to becoming fully initiated in the Catholic Church. And you've worked in initiation ministry before.
Yes, I've been involved both on the parish level and on the diocesan level, and it's a wonderful experience. And it's interesting, Jen, when people come to, let's say, a diocesan workshop to prepare to train the trainers on the RCIA. One of the common feedback we get is the people who minister in initiation ministry receive so much more than they feel they're giving to others, because it renews their faith. And really the RCIA renews the faith of the assembly as we gather to worship God and hopefully give good example of what we believe and what we are called to live.
Yeah, actually, as the process progresses, you'll see the RCIA members in church, because they have rituals, they have dismissals. You're going to see them in the community, in the congregation. And it's actually every single member of our parish, it's your job to help initiate these people. Monsignor does the rituals. Myself and other members of the team will do the teaching. But it's up to every single baptized member of our community to welcome, pray for, and give good example to these people. So know that, while they're refreshing our faith and, making us think, well, why are they choosing this? I was born into it, but, these people are actually choosing it. It's a great opportunity for us to reflect on our own faith and what we choose to live. But also, it's your job to help model for them what it means to be a fully active, faithful Catholic. So, mull on that. It's great.
I always remember what Bishop Reese, may his soul rest in peace, would say: formation and information. And the information is the teachings of our church, and the formation is how we live those teachings as disciples of Christ.
So if you're thinking about it, come on by to RCIA Tuesday, the 17th at 7 p.m. You don't have to come alone. I hate going anywhere if I don't know anybody. So if you want to bring a friend, feel free. All are welcome.
And if you know a Catholic, even if they don't go to church, bring them along.
And if you think of somebody you can invite them. That's your job too.
That's about it.
Yep.
Okay. Have a good week and God bless.
God bless.